now time for rapid fire.
Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. I got to figure out a sound.
Gilbert, was the Brock Purdy effect the main reason that there were a record 12 quarterbacks selected in the first 5 rounds of the draft? And which day 3 quarterback selection has the best chance to start a game next season?
Now, I'm going to stall this way. If it was a Brock Purdy effect, what would the sound like as an effect sound? Because I need to figure out the guys that got drafted for this record-setting number here. But yeah, that's a Brock Purdy effect there.
No, I
But
don't know.
yes, first part of the question, yes, there was a Brock Purdy effect, and that's why a lot of these teams. I don't like.
It's a dartboard. They're just tossing
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what it was, because I'm like, these quarterbacks that I'm looking at right now on the list that Victor did. Thank you for that, by the way. Give us the list here. They don't scream future starting quarterbacks, but then again, Brock Purdy didn't do that either. So you're probably right, Fernando. It was a dartboard effect. So yes, that definitely played a factor in it. But all these guys I'm seeing here, like, who's gonna come out as a starting quarterback? Like, the one I keep going to is maybe like Stetson Bennett, because we saw Stafford get hurt a lot last year. And then, like, what happens with the future with Stafford? Like, I don't know, but he's not going to be – I don't feel like he's going to be a franchise quarterback. So we'll see what happens, but injuries occurred. And then after that, I don't know. Like, Dorian Thompson-Robinson's behind Deshaun Watson, so who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the oldest rookie. Actually, no, that was Brandon Whedon. But definitely. But yeah, well, he was like 27 or 28. I drafted in the first round. God, the Browns. Just for fun, and because I know Vic is gonna get a kick out of this one, I'm gonna go Dorian Thompson-Robinson is gonna start this year. One game. I just want to
Deshaun Watson injury wise. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say injury wise. I didn't say what wise, but I'm interested to see. I'd be interested to see him play. For some reason, I just think the kid's electric. I know he made mistakes and he wasn't like all that at UCLA, but I think he would be fun to watch throw the football around a little bit. I told you, I think he's going to end up switching positions at one point because the kid's fast, he's athletic. I think he might end up being one of those switching of positions. But yes, this was the Brock Purdy effect, 100%.
Yeah.
Gilbert, with the NFL draft behind us and the Aaron Rodgers trade official, is the AFC East the best division in the NFL?
I really had to think about this one. It was a good question, by the way. Shout out to Victor Producer. And I kind of wanted to go AFC North with the Ravens. The Steelers are going to maybe be decent, and you got the Bengals, but I don't know. I really like the Bills. I really like the Jets, and the Dolphins are okay. Like, people are going to get at me because the Dolphins love to get at me when I say Tua might not be the guy, but they have a lot of weapons. They even drafted a fast running back from Texas A&M. I don't know how to say his name, whatever. So that AFC East, I think it is the strongest division in the NFL.
I went with the NFC East. I think last year we saw it with the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants. They all made the playoffs. Washington could have made the playoffs as well, but I think they, like, the last game of the season, they failed, or the last two. So I think with them adding Eric Bieniemy, I think their offense will be a little bit better this year. Their defense should be a lot better. By the way, all of a sudden, like, Daron Payne and Chase Young are going to get traded this weekend. All of a sudden, they're not traded. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, they're not going to trade those guys. But I think the NFC East is still the most competitive division. I'm pretty sure the AFC East is going to be competitive, but I just haven't seen it from. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to look like with the Jets, so I'm going to go with what I've already seen.
Real quick, Daniel called me out for saying that I am a guy who never admits his mistakes. I said Chase Young was going to get his fifth year option picked up. It did not, so you guys were right. I take that on that one. There you go. See,
it's incredible. It's incredible. His rookie year, man, he was all over the place. He was destroying guys, and then ever since then, he hasn't been able to pick it up.
That's why I thought maybe because of the 1 year, like, hey, he'll get healthy. Say he does ball out, and then that tab goes up really high. So I'm always on the kind of Daniel Jones thinking, like, oh, remember when they didn't pick up his year option, you got to pay. But yes, it is a lot of injuries, and some people are saying it's really like that. The last one is very serious.
Yeah, Gilbert, there are rumors that the full NFL schedule will be announced on May 11th. Is there a matchup, a must-see matchup, in that the NFL needs to have opening weekend during one of those primetime slots?
Yeah, I didn't really think about like the Sunday schedule or the Monday. I really thought about the Thursday because it's the Chiefs. You want to watch the Chiefs, right? Am I the only one here? Probably, wink, wink. But then I started looking.
They're going to start it off.
Yeah,
Thursday night.
So I started seeing the Chiefs schedule. I'm like, oh, they actually have the Bengals and the Eagles schedule for that. Like that'd be pretty crazy or wild to see in week 1. And I started thinking, well, the Bengals match up with the Chiefs too soon. You can't do that in week 1. The Super Bowl rematch with the Eagles too soon. You need to have these teams at their peak of their powers and after week 10. So how about the Bills and the Chiefs? I like to see Josh Allen and Mahomes go at it. And like the Bills are kind of that one tier below the Bengals and the Chiefs. So it's a nice, kind of fight to start off the season. You don't like Chiefs Bills?
No, because I'm with you. I wanted during deeper in the season. I think it's going to end up either being Chargers and Chiefs, or it's going
Ooh.
to be Eagles and Chiefs, just because they're going to want the Super Bowl rematch. You know, they've done it before in the past.
Yeah.
But I think
And
Chargers and Chiefs might be
they usually
the game.
deliver too when they play each other. So you might be
They
on
do.
something there.
No matter what, they always deliver. They go toe to toe, and they really hey, Quentin Johnston's out there, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. The Chiefs, man, the Chiefs defense, they're getting younger, and I think they're gonna get even. I think they're gonna be better next year.
You
With all
called
the
that
young kids that they
the
had.
Kansas State edge rusher, by the way, for the Chiefs.
The what?
Kansas State edge rusher Felix something. I don't want to butcher his name.
But I mean, hey, we'll see what happens. But I really am interested in the Chiefs. This is, you know what? I guess I read it fast because I was over at Petco Park. I thought it was which games are you looking forward to? I had put Aaron Rodgers' first game and Jordan Love's first game, but I'm gonna go Chiefs
Oh,
Chargers. I think that'll be the opening slot game.
well,
Please do not give us the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football of that week. We don't want it. We don't want the LA Rams either. Give us something way better. Nobody wants the Cowboys. Nobody wants the Rams. Give us
I'll be
something more
shocked if it's the
interesting.
Rams.
Oh,
Maybe like
yeah,
Monday night, the second game.
no, thank you. Not even then. No. Leave the
But remember that
Cowboys.
one year where they didn't go with the defending champion and they went like with the Cowboys and somebody else? I forget.
Yeah, no,
What did they
it's a
do
bad.
with Aaron Rodgers' first game for Thursday night?
Hey, give me no. That opening night game needs to be the Chiefs so they can lift up their banner, do all that. That Sunday night game, they better. There are no Cowboys, no Rams. Give us something good. Give us Bills Jets to open up that first weekend. That'll be a good one.
It's gonna be a
So
primetime game though for sure. The Jets
they should
first.
make the Compas do the schedule. We would make a kick-ass schedule.
Oh,
None of this
definitely.
boring crap. That'd be
I,
fun.
I will give
Uh
the Chargers all primetime games for you, Fernando.
oh God, no. I don't want to be up late. All right, Gilbert. Will the Cardinals trade Kyler Murray before the 2024 season starts? Now they potentially have 2 top 10 picks. I'm gonna go first. Who the hell would want Kyler Murray? Nobody's gonna want this guy. I wouldn't want him. I don't think he's improved in any way since he's gotten in the league. I don't think he's good enough to do anything. There's nothing about him that screams, wow, this kid really has got this. I mean, his escapability, but other than that, I just don't think he has anything. I think Kyler Murray needs to prove himself from now until the start of next season of why a team should pick him up. I do think he's going to be on the trading block, but there is not any reason why I would want Kyler Murray on my team. There's nothing that he's shown me that I says, you know what, I like this about him and I want him on my team. Nothing. Cliff Kingsbury, he was fighting with him on the sideline, and Cliff Kingsbury's been the biggest advocate, and they have the same agent. So no, there's nothing. I wouldn't want Kyler Murray on my team. So good luck to whoever tries to trade for him. You'd have to be batshit crazy right now to try and get him on your team.
For different reasons, I will say they won't trade Kyler Murray, not because he doesn't have a market. For now, does not believe in a market for Kyler Murray, but only
Can you
because
imagine Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. on that team?
well,
And
that's
Caleb
what I'm
Williams, he's okay, but man, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's my man crush for next year. I love that kid.
Well, let me start off with Kyler Murray before I get to Caleb Williams. You're jumping the gun. But then I saw Kyler Murray's whatever statue in Oklahoma, and the coach Jonathan Gannon and the GM went. I can't even pronounce the GM's name. I should figure it out. But they went to Oklahoma. I'm like, yeah, okay, kind of a good sign. Then I'm like, oh, they drafted a left tackle, Paris Johnson Jr. for him. And I was like, oh, wait, maybe for Caleb Williams. And then they got the extra first round draft pick. But it's going to be interesting because they do have a very terrible roster. But then, they trade up into the top 10 again. They get Paris Johnson. So Paris Johnson can help out Colt McCoy, and they win enough games and they get screwed that way. But it's going to be very interesting to see the Cardinals potentially getting the number 1 pick again. Because remember when they had Josh Rosen and they're like, oh, Josh Rosen's our guy. And they drafted Kyler Murray. So it could be again repeating history.
If you're by the time that Kyler Murray's ready to go, if you have not won a single game, don't even let him touch the field. He could potentially win you a game or two, and you don't want that.
But if you're Kyler Murray behind the scenes, like, hey, I don't want Caleb Williams here, so let me go play.
No, hell no. Go grab some bench. Go play some video games. Get out of here. By the way, I have a conspiracy theory. I think if they do get the number 1 overall pick and but Jonathan Gannon's there. I was gonna say they fire his ass. They bring in the head coach out of USC. They bring in Caleb Williams. They bring in Marvin Harrison Jr. And then Cliff Kingsbury takes over USC because he is the quarterback's coach there. I'm I can totally see it. But then they fired a head coach almost every year for the past couple of years. So I'm okay. My conspiracy theory doesn't work anymore. So damn. All right. Gilbert, last week, Tottenham players put out a statement saying they were reimbursing fans who traveled to Newcastle after they got blown out 6-1. By the way, Newcastle is the team that Dan and Dago picked before the season to make the top 4 and go into Champions League. So shout out to him. Right now, they are in the top 4. Could we ever see this happen with American professional athletes? And should players be more accountable like the Tottenham players? Gilbert, I'm going to let you take that one first because you already know what I'm going to say.
First of all, I'm confused. Are we talking about beers? What's a Tottenham?
Tottenham is a team in the Premier League, sir.
I know that. I'm making a Newcastle joke because that's a good drink there. It's a beer because you don't know that, Fernando. Newcastle is a drink. Do you know? No, okay.
No, I didn't know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You don't drink, but yeah, who cares about soccer? Who got this one in here? But Tottenham. Is it Tottenham or Tottenham? It's interesting. Yeah, they got blown out 6-1 because in soccer terms, that's like 50-7, right? I got it right.
Yeah.
I'm keeping up there. Yeah, Americans would never do that. No, I don't. And then if I was a player, I would not do that. You got screwed over. You paid. Not my fault. You deal with it. So whatever they're doing in Tottenham, they're nicer over there.
The heel is out. I don't think any American player would ever do that. Obviously, Tottenham, they know they have unfortunately, Tottenham will be Tottenham, so it's sad that they haven't been able to win a major trophy in years and years. But I don't think the players would ever do that here. Can you imagine?
Wait, so they're a bad team and they give away their money when they lose?
Yeah. So do you think the Chargers would have to reimburse for the 27-0 loss, or like would that be something?
I guess. Why? I don't know how Tottenham
actually
no. Compared.
Well, no. Well, no. I mean, they're pretty. Both teams are pretty comparable to each other.
Oh, okay, there you go. Then, they wouldn't do that. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for putting in NFL terms for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now the draft is in the books, and we have an idea of what the rosters will look like in the fall. Which team is the 4th best team in the AFC right now? The Lions or the Seahawks?
Okay. So,
do we agree that the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Cowboys are the 3 best teams in the NFC?
That's even tough too. Like, I'm not even convinced, but you know what? I'll play along because I haven't really thought about it. And then I've been bashing the Lions throughout the whole show. So
I like the Falcons in the NFC. That's my sneaky team next year. Except for Desmond Ridder.
Wait your turn, but that's a good one. But number 4, okay. Seahawks, I do like them because Jackson Smith and Jigba and Devin Witherspoon from Illinois. They're going to be impact players day one to already a stacked roster. The only concern is Geno Smith doing it back to back. But you know what? I kind of believe a little bit in Geno Smith. So yeah, they're the number 4 team. But I'm not really sure the Cowboys are number 3. But
no, the Seahawks are my 3rd team.
Oh, okay. Then do your list now.
Yeah. So the Seahawks are my 3rd team. I want to say Atlanta's my 4th team so bad. I like them so much. I just wish they had a better damn quarterback. Yeah. I don't know what Desmond Ridder is, but Arthur Smith keeps on saying that this kid is the next, like that they believe in him and everything. So that makes me think that they must know something about him. But no, I'll say Cowboys are the 4th best team. I'll say the Falcons are close. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well, right there. So, but no, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys at 4.
Let me kind of study that a little bit with the Falcons there, because you know how the 49ers have somewhat of a quarterback, scheme proof, where you don't really need a quarterback to be an elite quarterback to do what, you know what I'm saying. They've done that with their rushing attack was almost, I think, number 1 in the NFL last year with, I can't even pronounce the guy's name. And now they got Bijan Robinson, and then they added another offensive lineman to a very good offensive line. So they just pound the rock like Dan Diego style. And then they got a defense with a bunch of new weapons from free agency. Like, they might be sneaky there. Maybe it's enough where the scheme, you run the football a lot, where Desmond Reed has to make maybe like a handful of plays every Sunday, and they earn the NFC South too. So maybe you're onto something there for now. We'll look back at the video if they are number 4 in the conference.
Yeah, no, I there's something about them that I just really like, and that's why I kind of feel like I'm leaning towards them. But I think they could be a sneaky good team.